Must admit, not keen on the whole related thing.
It makes the whole gay farmer couple thing a little harder to pull
A
off.
little hot? Okay.
Like I had one extra seed and... Oh, you've got it. Okay. If you want to plant that.
Plant my seed? Oh, definitely.
It's a shame that these things don't like have any sort of seed when you gather them.
You eventually can build a machine that will let you turn any vegetable you get into fresh seeds.
Back to fishing.
Yes. Money! Filthy lucre!
I walked right by that dandelion.
Yeah, I gotta hold on to a few of those. Actually, while you fish, I'm gonna head down and talk to the wizard.
Okay. Well, I'm getting tired of going
Since,
to the beach. I'm gonna go to the river.
Yeah, makes sense. But yeah, because I'm thinking if we meet the wizard, we can get the quest started, which will be good, so then we can actually follow it, since there is some really good stuff to get if we can collect all the stuff we need. By the way, do you have the ability to make scarecrows yet?
I got level 2 farming. Is that what I need?
I don't know. If you go to your crafting menu, you can see if you have scarecrows there.
Yes. Wood, coal, and plant fibers.
Alright, well,
make
at some
one of
point in
those
the
later,
future,
huh?
we should make one. Yeah, no huge hurry.
Doing a really bad job of talking to everybody, but God, there's just so little time in the day to do anything else if you try to run around and speak to everyone.
Yeah, I know.
Can't we just, like, all have phones and not just, like, shoot everyone an IM or something in a group chat?
He's gonna DM everybody.
DM. I guess that's the more modern term now, isn't it?
I feel weird saying it, because frankly it's not a term I use, but... Okay, I just talked to the wizard. Visit Gunter in the museum. Okay, Mr. Wizard won't talk to me anymore.
What have you done?
I don't know. Try to be friends with them. They'll teach me. Ooh, I found a horseradish. I think we already have one of those.
Oh yeah, I never figured out what you put on horseradish. I was gonna look that up last night. It's so important.
Well, I know that, like, cheap wasabi in, like, American restaurants is usually made out of horseradish, because it's a lot less expensive. But that's all I know. And I can't say I'm a
Wasabi
huge
tastes
sushi fan.
awful.
Well, it's not really meant to taste great, I don't think. It's more of like a palate... No, ginger is the palate cleanser. What the hell is the point of wasabi?
I don't know. It never tastes good. Ever. Maybe it's
Got a
supposed to, like,
mystery
just
on
go
our
only on
hands.
sushi or something.
Well, I mean, we also are talking about a culture that, you know, decided that looked at a sea urchin and said, "Let's eat that fucker." I mean, there's desperation and there's masochism.
God, sushi is so good. It's been so long since I've had sushi, but
Okay, I'm curious
Man.
here. So, humor me here. I've had sushi like twice, and in both cases, it was not like cheap, you know, mall sushi. This was like nice restaurant sushi. I honestly can't say I get the appeal. Like, it was fine, edible, didn't seem bad at all, but I don't get the appeal of it, I guess.
well, for me, it's a certain type of sushi. Like,
Okay, what type?
crab tempura is amazing, and salmon.
I mean, tempura in general is fucking great.
That's most of what I had. Now, if it's something
Salmon,
like,
huh?
you know, if it's a different type... salmon and crab both taste amazing raw anyways. I guess that's the big thing about it.
Okay, so the taste profile itself and the texture of the uncooked fish, that kind of does it for you?
I guess so.
Okay.
I just remember loving it when I went to Pennsylvania, and we went to that all-you-can-eat sushi place. God, I'm
Well.
starving for sushi right now.
Gonna say, at some point you end up being able to visit Maine. It's not really an area known for sushi, but the few sushi places you get up there, especially the ones of some repute, they have some pretty fucking amazing stuff. Mostly just 'cause it's all, you know, fresh that day, usually.
Yeah, like, come to Maine. It's like Florida, but without the giant hurricanes.
And without Florida, which really is what most people want, as far as I understand.
God, they're getting slammed right now.
Yeah, from the sound of it, it's bad.
That thing made landfall at a full Category 4. Like, 100% Category 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
Not a good time to be down there.
Also, I'm doing a way better job of fishing today than I was yesterday.
Did you get the new rod?
No, but I'm just... I don't know, I'm doing better. I guess I do better at the river than I do the ocean.
Hey, you might.
The ocean, I was catching a bunch of, like, really tiny sardines. I don't know if they sell as well.
Yeah, I don't know. Some fish definitely sell for less than others. I'm gonna check the price of the rod. Fiberglass rod is 1,800. And I think technically fiberglass is not the best. You can eventually get, I think, two others that are better, and the top one I know is only 7,500.
Only.
Well, listen, eventually we're going to be throwing around like 20,000 without even looking at it. I mean, shit's expensive, but once you have like steady income, it doesn't matter much. Like, if we can save up like maybe 5,000 gold and some basic ingredients, we could have a coop going. And that'll mean like fresh eggs every single day, or we could make a barn for 5,000. And if we get milk every day, that's even worth more. And hell, if we build like a machine to convert the milk to cheese, the cheese sells for hundreds a day.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, like, you have 4 cows going, you're going to basically have 1,000 gold a day. If you actually, you know, put the 4 milk jugs into the cheese machine every day. You can rapidly start earning lots of money. Fishing is just, like, the best way to make money, like, in a sort of brute force fashion.
I guess kind of at the beginning, it's definitely...
Yeah, it's a really good way to get started. Later on, it can still produce more money than almost everything else, but it's also the most time-intensive option. Once you actually get farming and other stuff going pretty well, you can, you know, get sprinkler systems set up and things like that, and you can eventually have almost the entire thing automated aside from just picking up the loot.
That would be awesome.
Yep, well, there's like 3 levels of sprinklers. The first ones are worthless, but the middle level of sprinkler is cheap and really good. It'll water everything in all 8 squares around it. The iridium sprinklers are ridiculously expensive, but, you know, substantially better. It's just almost never worth using them. Ooh, got a lively one. And also, the fishing definitely goes up in value even more once one of us hits level 5 on fishing.
Oh, okay.
Like, right now, I'm level 4, actually, so doing pretty good.
I guess, you know, technically, I could keep playing off, you know, while you were gone.
Yep.
But I don't know how I would feel about that, because I know there's, like, seasons and stuff, and I don't want to, like, waste a season.
Yeah, I mean, you certainly can if you really like the game. I'll put it this way, if you want to stick to playing just when I'm around, that's fine. I'm not going to feel, like, hurt. It may just end up that I fall behind you a bit.
The only thing I would probably do is just, you know, the only thing I'd probably do is just fish. And just farm money, and then maybe just keep planting parsnips over and over again.
Well, I mean, ideally, I've already got to play the game a while. I'm sort of intent on letting you have sort of the most control over what we end up actually doing. I'm happy to offer advice or information, but I'm mostly curious to see what you might decide to do with some of it.
Well, I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, don't have to
like,
have a plan for anything.
When I
I
started,
got a herring.
when I invited MVP, you know, Rain's friend, to play Minecraft with me on my server, he Like for 2 days I didn't play, and I came back and like he'd already like built an entire fortress and everything, and like had everything done, and I was just like, oh, I don't really know if I want to play now. There's nothing left to do. You know, you did everything.
I beat the game while you were gone. It's fine. All safe now. Yeah, Minecraft is one of those games I love playing with other people, but it is weird to get onto somebody else's server under a lot of circumstances. I feel like all my friends tend to either do nothing, which is not really bad, honestly, in most cases, or they tend to be the types of folks that mod the game to hell and back, and then, like, I miss, like, a 12-hour period, and all of a sudden, like, everybody has flying fortresses made of lava. I got one friend in particular who I actually used to kind of hate when I first met him, because he honestly is kind of annoying. But once you sort of get to know him, you recognize that he's not being annoying because he wants to be. He just literally can't tell that he's being annoying. And he honestly, like, once you kind of get used to the fact that he's not intending any of it, he's actually pretty easy to get along with. Just because, I mean, he will not take offense at anything. But, God, like, every game he plays, I think he plays specifically to beat the creator by proxy. Like, it is his sole motivation, is he just wants to ruin the person who made the game and dared to think that he couldn't beat them at it or something.
Well, I mean, there's worse ways to play a game, I guess.
A few. Alright, we got the foraging room. Tomorrow I can drop off the other foraging items for the spring, and then we should actually have the first thing done.
Where's that at?
So, the community center, you've been up there, right?
Yeah.
Actually, just from your menu, if you hit E and click on the golden tree icon in the upper right corner of the menu, that'll show you the community center page, which shows you all the community center projects, which are usually providing items
Golden
or
tree
money.
icon? What the fuck are you talking about?
Right above the organize button. Oh, you might not have it yet if you haven't talked to the wizard.
No, I don't.
Okay, yeah, you may just not have it yet. Alright, let's see here. We have all the expensive herring.
Sleepy.
Alright, let me go drop off all these fish, then I'll hop in bed. Alright, this should hopefully be a decent cash cow.
Hopefully.
I would recommend going to talk to the wizard tomorrow, just so you can be on the same page quest-wise.
Okie dokie.
Ooh, not bad fish harvest.
1937.
Decent money. Okay, so you already have a daffodil. I need a horseradish, a leek, and a dandelion.
For what?
Oh shit, did you sell the dandelion?
I mean, I thought we had like a bajillion of them. I picked up all kinds.
Now, we must have sold the other dandelions at some point. Ah well, I'll go pick another one up. Ooh, the axe quest. That's actually one I know where to find it. Alright, I'm gonna take the north path and see if I can find a dandelion along the way.
Okay,
If you
I'll
happen
go
to
see
spot-
the wizard, I guess.
If you happen to spot one when you're talking to the wizard on the way to the wizard, just snag it, since we need one for the seasonal quest. Otherwise, we have to wait, you know, for next spring.
Ah, okay.
I mean, like, to be perfectly blunt, none of this has to happen, like, right now. It's just me being faintly OCD about it.
I'm coming for you, wizard.
He's not the friendliest wizard either.
It's locked. You can hear someone inside. Oh, I have to go to the community center first. Damn it.
Oh, you didn't even do that part of it?
No. I thought that it was unlocking it all for us while you were doing it.
Oh, I guess we each have to do some of those quests ourselves. So I've had my magical adventure in the community center, but you need to come and discover the magic yourself. You need to learn that just because you're an adult, you can still believe in fairies. Especially depending upon which type of fairies you mean. And there must be some dandelions around here someplace. Oh, daffodil. That's about it.
I am the crazy cat man. All I care about is my cat. I don't talk to anyone else in town.
Well, it does pay off.
Does it eventually?
Yep.
I mean, what does your cat do? Just...
You just get a happy cat. I mean, what else do you want?
Oh, I didn't know if you get, like, benefits or something.
I think you do, actually. There's actually if you search the entire area of your farm, there's actually a kind of a hidden thing in the upper left corner that appears after a while. I think it might be there now, I don't know. But there's an event that happens on the 3rd year of the game. And if you're not friends with your pet at that point, then the game is a little disappointed in you.
Oh.
I think there's maybe some negative consequences at that point. Oh hey, the sewer event.
All I have to do here is just look at this piece of paper, right? That's got, like, the
yeah, there should be, like,
secret
a
message.
little... Yeah, exactly. When you see the coded message, that should be enough to trigger having to go see the wizard. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Do you have to wait for him to tell you to come see him, though, like he did last time for me?
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait till the next day,
Okay, that's what I
when you'll
thought.
get a message in your mailbox saying, hey, come check me out.
Alright. Back to fishing.
Away with these petty squabbles of day-to-day life. Back to what matters. Cold, slippery flesh. I'm making a very wide circuit down by the Cat's Hat Shop. Speaking of which, there is a very rundown house way out in the corner of the maps that has a cat selling hats.
Oh. Okay.
You know, just in case you're curious.
Sounds...
Okay, I found a dandelion. It sounds whimsical. I also found some leeks. And the axe that they were missing. Also, apparently you can shake trees in this. I don't think I've ever seen anything good happen from it. Nothing bad either, I guess, but I don't see the point.
I don't know, maybe it drops acorns or something.
Shit, this isn't Leah's axe. Whose axe is it? Robin. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna go donate this to the museum. Or, actually, no, I guess I'm gonna drop this off the community center and see if I can find Robin. Today's just been a day of errands for me.
Tempted to buy that good fishing rod, or the better fishing rod.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, honestly, it'll get us more money. Given about 1 or 2 days, you'll probably make up the cost.
Make it up in fish.
What other currency is there? Alright, I returned Robin's lost axe, so we have even more money.
Nice.
Anything can be bought and sold with the right oil.
Page out of the Halliburton book.
At some point, I really do need to get myself like a top hat and a monocle. Make sure, like, the first time you ever get a chance to actually see what I look like, it's gotta be. I think that has to be the outfit. What are you talking about? This is how I always look.
We're going to go to bed.
Alright.
We're going to bed. You're going to stop this act? What act?
What act?
I sleep in this top hat.
Okay, so I finished the first foraging bundle, so now we've actually got the farming bundles open, and the fishing bundles.
What are those? What are bundles?
So, in the community center, you have challenges that are basically like, for the foraging bundle, you had to drop off one item of each foraging item from this season.
Sounds
For
like
the...
kind of a bounty kind of thing.
Yeah, basically. For the farming bundle, it's like drop off one of each of these 4 crops from the summer. For the fishing thing, it's, drop off 1 fish of each of these types. Which is one of the reasons I've been holding on to 1 of everything, so we can basically, like, just get a jump start and all this stuff. Yeah, come tomorrow, I'll grab a bunch of stuff and head back there and start dropping it off. You'll be able to see all of it as soon as you get the quest started up.
I think I've caught 1 of every fish so far, because I got an achievement earlier.
Oh, nice.
When I caught 1.
Hey, I met Beach Fabio. You've seen him, right?
Probably. I mean, I did get the thing on my single-player campaign where I talked to everybody.
Okay.
Does it matter how far you cast out?
I don't really think so.
Damn it. Does it take more stamina if you cast out further?
I don't think so.
Asking all the important questions.
Does it fish cast? What?
Come on. There we go, finally.
Sunfish.
I guess this technically could be a freshwater river going into an ocean, because those do totally exist, i.e. the Mississippi, but the problem is, at least on my screen, this river is actually flowing from south to north.
It actually looks like you're right.
So, I don't understand how these bass, which are freshwater fish, are in this river, if it's saltwater.
That's a fair question.
I don't know. Poking holes in the game's logic. No one likes to play with that guy.
These pixels are not perfectly representative of a person. I'm not allowed to march into nearby caves with a sword and smack slimes around.
Slimes.
That's actually kind of helpful. I don't hear when you get a bite. So I guess the audio cue only works for me.
Yeah, that would be handy, because we would be going off of each other's indications, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure if you get better pulls off of perfects or not. I don't think you do.
I doubt it. But just in case, you should probably go for them every time.
One more fish. I'm going to catch one more, and then I'm going to head back.
Was your fishing still level 4?
No, I think I'm just level 3. I haven't hit level 4 yet.
Really?
You
How
did
am I
a-
beyond you in fishing?
You did a lot more fishing than I did, like, the first 3 or 4 days, though.
I guess. Maybe? Seems weird to think of it that way. I'll catch one last one, then join you.
I'm going to go home and plant this mixed seed that I didn't even know I had. Oh wait, it says I got it out of a chest. That's right.
Not going to make any jokes about mixed seed, I tell you.
Going to plant it. I'm going to plant my mixed seed.
Get it right down in that fertile earth.
Fertile. Oh, I didn't put the. Oh no, that's not a trash. That's. Don't water the fucking chest. Stop doing that. There we go.
Okay, I kept one of each cheap version of the fish, and I'll go sell the rest.
Surprised that the guy charges you so much to do the geodes.
You can get some really good stuff out of them, so I think that may be part of the reason why.
Check the weather on the TV before I go to bed. It's going to be sunny all day tomorrow. I wonder if it's ever wrong.
You know, I actually don't know that. That is one of the few things on Earth that I'm not aware of. A rare gap in my omniscience.
Very short list. Level 4 fishing, here we go.
Ooh, level 1 foraging. Alright. Actually, we still made a fair amount of money that day. Alright, I'm gonna go drop off a shit ton of fish at the community center.
I'm going to water the plants, check the mail, and feed my cat. Oh, here's the wizard's thingy. Yeah, then I guess I'll go do that too. Tomorrow we're holding the Egg Festival in town. You should ride between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. if you'd like to attend.
Oh, yeah.
It's an egg hunt.
The egg hunt is the thing.
Where do you take me to be?
Oh, here, I can handle water if you want to go talk to the wizard.
Okay, I'll just do this
Or
road.
you can do it if you like.
Well, I figured I'll help. I mean, you don't get anything from watering, right?
I don't think so. I was just figuring to save you time. We could start upgrading tools in the near future, since we're starting to get enough money to be able to afford it.
Sure.
I'm not sure which tools we want to upgrade first. I mean, ideally, the bronze upgrades are all pretty cheap, I think.
And for me, I would probably go for the axe. That's just because I've been cutting down so many trees, but...
Yeah, if you want the bronze axe, I'd say go right ahead. I'll aim to get a bronze pickaxe, so we can each specialize a bit.
Who are you? I smuggled these goods out of the Gatoro Empire. Why do you think they're so expensive? Starfruit, bug meat, slime...
Oh, you found the gypsy.
I guess.
Lady in a big kind of purple carriage?
Yeah, with a pink cow, or pink pig pulling it.
Yeah, so she appears almost randomly. I don't remember what the schedule is like, and she basically will sell specific, some kind of a random table of specific rare items. The main thing, she sells a certain type of seed that you can really use later on, and she sells a few other items. We probably can't afford a lot of it right now. Ooh, potato. We do have a potato.
The one thing she sold the most, 3,000 for a starfruit, and it just apparently just gives you a lot of energy. That's it.
Yeah.
Cookies, a wedding ring, recipe, coffee beans, plant in spring or summer to grow a coffee plant. Place 5 beans in a keg to make coffee. Ooh, I wonder what coffee would sell for.
I'm not sure, actually.
A rare seed, sow in the fall, takes all season to grow.
Yeah, rare seeds are actually pretty damn awesome, I think. But we may not be able to afford much at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not
We're probably better off focusing on getting like the tools and stuff upgraded so we can start doing more stuff, or getting like a coop and some chickens.
You just see our money start going down all of a sudden. What are you doing? Oh God, stop!
Nothing.
I can see you with the money. You're doing something.
My wallet is getting lighter. Stop it. You can't lie to me. I can see what you're spending. We share an account. I get phone alerts. Stop it.
think I will actually just do one more day of fishing.
Yeah, go for it. No harm.
But I am going to buy that damn rod.
Yeah, go right ahead.
The damn rod.
The damn rod is the best rod.
Damned.
Damn rod, damn rod,
Oh,
damn.
I could go into Pierre's to get it, but that's not right.
Let's see how many of these fish we actually have. Sunfish. We have a sunfish. Shad. We have a shad. Do we have a tiger trout? We do not have a tiger trout. That's a shame.
That sounds like a super awesome fish.
It looks like a
Tiger
super awesome
hybrid.
fish. Night fishing, we don't have much. Crabs. We got a crab. That's cool. If you pick up seashells, be sure to check against the list. Largemouth bass. And we are almost finished on a few of these fishing things already. You'll be able to see in a little bit, I imagine. Tilapia we do not have. Okay. Most of the fish we saved were useful.
Good.
I'll sell off the rest. Alright, so you got the new rod, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to come down and join you for ocean fishing, unless you're going to head back up to the river.
Nah, I'm going to stay down here, I guess. Apparently you can't fish there. Nope. Okay, you can. You gotta fish down here. Got it. Feel free to buy yourself one of these rods.
No, what I'm actually going to do is keep using this one for now, and when we can afford the next rod up, I'm going to let you buy the new one, and I'll take that one, probably.
Okay.
That we can save ourselves a bit of cash.
That's weird. It wouldn't let me cast out where you're at. I tried it there, and it kept, like, declining.
I'm very special.
Why'd you turn sideways for, dude? Come on.
Yeah, it is weird when the controls do that. It's like one of the few things I think that the console version gets much better. You know exactly where you're casting.
Come on.
I'm starting to get gold starfish. Oh, by the way, you should go and buy some bait and attach to your rod.
We've got quite a bit of bait. I've gotten some out of some chests, too.
Yeah, you can go back and get some later, but you use one per cast anyway, so
Yeah, it
go
seems
buy.
kind of like it'd be expensive.
It's actually not that much in comparison to how much you get like from fish, but if you go buy yourself like 50 of it from the fishing guy and apply it quick, you may
okay.
notice a very big difference.
What if I see... Okay, I'm seeing bubbles here. Should I cast out there?
If you can cast into it, that is better. I think you get automatic like catches. You have to like probably cast a little further out though. Yeah, there you go. You had that blue sparkle.
Yeah. It's new to me. Mother catch. I have no idea what that is for, but I got it.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, actually.
See, yeah, but mostly
like an
it seems
iron
like
ore.
it's anchovies and sardines. That's why I'm thinking, maybe this isn't as good as fishing in the river.
Well, there is also a time of day component. And we do need like one more ocean fish. We probably need to be higher fishing level to catch one, but we need a tiger trout from the lake or river, and we need a tilapia from the ocean. Here, I've actually got some bait for you. Try this out. Wait, shit, I think I just picked it up myself. You get that?
Yes.
So basically, pick the bait up, then right-click with the bait on your fishing rod to apply it.
Oh God, please, no. Don't waste it. Wait.
I see you wasting the bait I just gave you immediately,
I don't
right
know,
in front of my face.
I don't know why he was casting off looking up for what he was.
That was funny.
Damn it. And there's no way to stop it once you start it. I let it like run down and everything.
Yeah, well, it's no real harm. It's like 5 gold a thing at most.
Oh, he actually kept it though. It said you've used your last piece of bait after I did that.
Huh.
Also, you can actually just do the whole thing and put all 9 of them on. Okay, got
Yep.
it. I thought you had to do it like one at a time.
Oh god, that'd be horrible. Especially as I tend to buy bait in stacks of like 200 eventually. Although we could eventually also get little worm bins that'll make bait free.
Of course. Seems like a recurring theme in this game. It's like, oh, everything that you have to use now, you can eventually get it for free or in some easier way later on.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the theme of it. It's the whole archetype of like growing power and abilities. I mean, eventually when you got the farm that almost automates itself and you're able to bring in like thousands of gold a turn just for doing, jack shit, that's the reward. When you've got your axes and pickaxes made of magical minerals that glitter in the light.
Yeah.
Alright, we should be getting some different fish now that it's past 7.
How long until we can, like, get a boat and go out into the water and fish?
I don't think there are any boats.
Ah,
Not that I know of, at least.
I wanted to be a shrimp boat captain. Like Forrest. I got a halibut.
Wasn't that... Oh. I don't know a lot about fish, honestly. But halibut sounds impressive.
Someone actually, like... Well, I don't think it was someone. I think it's kind of more of like a meme or joke kind of thing, but it was just like, Ginny was kind of a horrible person in that movie because...
Yeah.
She basically just only came back to him when she needed him or something.
Pretty much, yeah.
Over and over and over again. And every time he tried to go find her or go see her, she'd always be screwing around with some dude or in some horrible situation doing some stupid thing.
Yeah, I think that was kind of the point of the character, right?
But they also made her out to be like good because he loved her. I don't know. It's a weird dynamic. You give mixed feelings about the character.
Yeah, I mean, she was meant to be a very tragic character, one that had some very serious flaws, I think. Mostly, I think, to kind of play off the fact that they played him up as being this, in some cases, somewhat unrealistically perfect and good guy, despite his flaws.
Forrest Gump. Based on a real Forrest.
Saw a tree once, and made me think of a very slow man who ran, ironically enough, very fast.
Trees don't grow that fast. You see what I'm saying?
It's all subtext, kid. Gotta read between the lines.
Alright, I'm done.
To say, I hope you eventually did some kind of like English essay on on whether Forrest Gump was based on a real forest or not.
No, God, I wrote a bajillion essays in college, and I can't say any of them had anything to do with Forrest Gump.
Any of which you still recall fondly to this day?
I think the one that I wrote that I enjoyed the most was in one of my creative writing classes, and it was essentially a research paper that I went above and beyond with, describing the importance of creative writing. And how it's a shame that schools don't put anywhere near as much emphasis on creative writing anymore. They focus way more on like standardized, like prepping for standardized tests and stuff like that, rather than
Yeah.
The biggest point being that if a student wants to learn, if a student wants to read and write, they're going to get good at it. So if you tell them, hey, here, what do you like? Oh, okay, write about that. Then write a story about, this guy in the army being a fighter pilot or something, and go crazy with it. And that was kind of the argument in the paper, and there's a lot of supporting evidence out there, like
Oh yeah.
research has been done on all kinds of stuff, like scholarly articles and all that jazz. It doesn't feel like work if you enjoy it.
I would agree with you there.
Worked for me, anyways. Why else do you think I, spent all that time as a kid typing fan fiction and reading Harry Potter books and everything?
Because it's fun?
It helped me escape my horrible farm boy life.
Hey, I got Fish at level 5. Fish are worth 25% more.
That's the only benefit?
That's not bad, though, on the whole. The
On the
level
whole.
10 fishing, I think, allows you to have it be 50% more. So, like, a total of 75%, roughly.
50% more than it was already, or 50% more overall?
Than it was already, I think.